So in this section we will be looking at the De Moivre's theorem. So in the 17th century, the Mr. De Moivre has given the theorem which is very simple, and this can be applicable to your complex numbers. So what he has proved is, if suppose we have one complex number z1 which is equals to x plus iy, okay, let's say x1 y1, and this is equals to r1 e raised to I theta 1, okay. And suppose we have another complex number z2 is equals to x2 plus iy2, which can also be represented as r2 e raised to I theta 2, okay. So this is the standard form, and this is nothing but the exponential form, okay. So if I want to find out what is z1 into z2, so this will be equals to simply r1 e raised to I theta 1 into r2 e raised to I theta 2. This is equals to, yes, what we'll have, r1 and r2 are the constants, so let's take r1 r2 e raised to, see the base is same in the both, e raised to I theta 1 plus I theta 2, so this can also be written as r1 r2 e raised to I theta 1 plus theta 2. So what is this is, this is nothing but the multiplication of two complex numbers, okay. If the two complex numbers are in the exponential form, then their multiplication is such a way that their amplitude or their magnitude gets multiplied. See, this is what r1 and r2 is, their magnitude is getting multiplied and their argument is getting added, okay. So here we have the multiplication and here we have the addition, okay. Let's take one simple example. Suppose z1 is equals to 3 e raised to I pi by 2 and z2 is equals to, let's take 4 e raised to I 3 pi by 4, okay. So then what will be z1 into z2? So z1 into z2, it is equals to 3 e raised to I pi by 2 into 4 e raised to I 3 pi by 4. This is equals to 3 into 4 becomes 12 e raised to I in bracket pi by 2 plus 3 pi by 4. This is equals to 12 e raised to I, yes, what will be this simplification? So this will be 4 and this will be, so let's, what is the LCM is 4, okay. So it becomes 2 pi plus 3 pi divided by 4, okay. So this is equals to 1 by 12 e raised to I, so I'll be having 5 pi by 4. This is what the final answer is. So this is nothing but z1 into z2, okay. So what is important part in this? So z1 into z2 is always equals to r1 into r2 into e raised to I theta 1 plus theta 2, okay. So with this, can we find out the same for the z1 by z2? Yes, of course. So what will be the case for z1 by z2? So z1 by z2, so in the properties of the argument we have seen that whenever you have the division, what happens to their arguments? r1 e raised to I theta 1 upon r2 e raised to I theta 2. This is equals to r1 by r2 e raised to I theta 1. So if I want to take this e raised to I theta 2 in the numerator, what happens? Sign changes, theta 2. So this is equals to r1 by r2 e raised to I theta 1 minus theta 2. That's great. So if you have division of the complex numbers, then their arguments get subtracted, okay, and their magnitude gets divide r1 by r2, okay. So for the same above question, what will be the answer? So was 3i pi by 2 and 4i 3 pi by 2. So let's take z1 by z2 again for the same question. So example, so z1 by z2 it is equals to 3 e raised to I pi by 2 upon 4 e raised to I 3 pi by 4. So this will be equals to 3 by 4 e raised to I pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 4. This is equals to 3 by 4 e raised to I. What is LCM is? Again LCM is 4. So this will be 2 pi minus 3 pi. So it's 2 pi minus 3 pi upon 4, which is equals to 3 by 4 e raised to I. 2 pi minus 3 pi becomes minus pi by 4. So this is the answer for this question. Okay, so z1 by z2 becomes 3 by 4 e raised to I minus pi by 4. Okay, are you getting this? So this was the first part. This is the second part. Now the most important theorem of this is what? See here. Using the De Moivre's theorem, if suppose the third one is, if suppose z is equals to x plus iy and in the polar form, how you can represent this? R cos theta plus I sin theta, and in the exponential form, how you can represent it? E raised to I theta. Okay, let's take one simple example. Z is equals to suppose 3 plus 4i. Okay, now if you want to find out its square, z square, then it's very easy, no problem. Okay, finding the square is easy. Okay, we know the formula, it is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Finding the cube, चलो ये भी हम लोग कर सकते हैं because we have the direct formula. Okay, a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Okay, but if we want to find out z raised to power 4, then what? If I want to find out z raised to power any other integer, z raised to power 10, z raised to power 100, okay, z raised to power 87, z raised to power minus 23, so any, okay, not 8, it's a z, then what? Then what is the question? Then what is the solution? The solution is nothing but the De Moivre's theorem. So what this De Moivre's theorem does? So it gives the way to find out the any power to our complex number. So you can find out z to the power n. So n can be anything. It is a positive number, negative number, 0. So what we are saying is this n is nothing but integer. Okay. So the De Moivre's theorem gives the power of complex number. So how it does? See here. We know that z can be simply represented in the form of polar form plus I sin theta. Okay. So r e raised to, so r into cos theta plus I sin theta. So what De Moivre's theorem says? If you take z to the power n, you simply take it's r cos theta, see here, cos theta plus I sin theta, its power to the power n. Okay, so this is equals to what we'll have? R raised to power n into cos theta plus I sin theta to the power n, which is equal to, see, getting the power of constant number is not a problem, but getting the power of this term, that is a cos theta plus I sin theta, is very difficult. So what De Moivre's theorem says that iska power is nothing but cos of n theta plus I sine of n theta. That's it. You will get the power of z. Okay, so what is the final answer? Z to the power n is equals to r to the power n cos n theta plus I sine n theta. Okay, so whatever you have the power, just give this power in the multiplication of theta. Okay, whatever it may be, either it is a positive number, negative number, fraction, no problem. Okay, so let's find out the powers here. So z100 ka hai, z87 ka hai, z23 ka hai. Let's find out this. Okay, so what will be the z100? Z to the power 100 will be what? It's a r to the power 100 into cos of 100 theta plus I sine of 100 theta. Z to the power 87 is what? It is equals to r to the power 87. Okay, let me add one more step. Cos theta plus I sine theta to the power 87. Okay, so cos theta plus I sine theta to power 87 can be written as r to the power 87 into cos of whatever you have power, just give this power in the multiplication of theta. So it is a cos of 87 theta plus I sine of 87 theta. That's great. So this is nothing but z to the power 87. What about minus 23? Z to the power minus 23 is what? No problem. You can take any power here. Minus 23 into cos of minus 23 theta plus I sine of minus 23 theta. I hope you are getting this. Yes, everyone? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So, in the final conclusion, what I can say is, this formula you have to remember, which is nothing but cos theta. So let me write in blue. Cos theta plus I sin theta to the power n, it is equals to काय होईल हो? Yes, please. Cos of n
N
theta
theta,
N theta plus
plus I sin of
sin theta.
n theta. So this is what the formula we can remember. Okay, very important formula. Great. So in the exponential form, the same concept can be explained like this: z raised to power n is equals to r raised to power n e raised to power I n theta. बरोबर आहे का? Because z is equals to r e raised to power I theta असतो. Okay, so z to the power n becomes r e raised to I theta to the power n. So this becomes r raised to power n e raised to power I n theta. This e raised to power I n theta is nothing but this cos n theta plus I sin of n theta. Is it okay? Everyone, is it okay?
oh sir.
Perfect. Okay, now we make use of this formula theorem and let's find out few questions. Okay, so the first question is, using the De Moivre's theorem, simplify the following complex numbers. So which is first one is cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. I sin pi by 3 to the power 8. Okay, to the power 8. So what will be your simplification? So whatever you have the power, you give it to the multiplication of theta. Okay, so it is nothing but cos of 8 pi by 3 plus I sin of 8 pi by 3. What is 8 pi by 3? Pi by 3 किती असतं? It's a 6. Pi by 3 is 6. So 8 into 60 कितना हो गया? 48. 480? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see here. Cos of this becomes 480 degree plus I sin of 480 degree. 480 degree means which quadrant, boss? 480 degree means which quadrant? Yes?
Fourth quadrant.
फोर्थ क्वाड्रंटची लिमिट काय बघा. हा 0 आहे. दिस इज 90, 180, 270. दिस बिकम्स नेक्स्ट इट इज 360. ओके. मग हा किती असेल? इट बिकम्स 450. येस सर नो?
हो.
हां 450च्या नंतर हां येस. एनी डाऊट? दिस बिकम्स 540. नेक्स्ट दिस बिकम्स 540. प्रत्येक अँगलमध्ये 90 डिग्री आपल्याला ॲड करायचं. 0 होता 90 ॲड केला, 90चा 180 झाला, 180चा 270 झाला, 270चा 360 झाला, 360मध्ये पुन्हा 90 ॲड केलं तर 450 झाला, 450मध्ये पुन्हा 90 ॲड करा 540 झाला. सो वेअर दिस 480 लाईज? इट लाईज इन दी सेकंड क्वाड्रंट. येस और नो? सेकंड क्वाड्रंटची लिमिट काय? 450 ते 540. सो इट लाईज इन दी सेकंड क्वाड्रंट. येस?
हो सर.
So how you will represent this? So cos of 540 minus what is the standard angle? किती कराल minus? Yes, how much you will do minus? I want 480 degree. 540 minus? Yes, please. Ayyo, what happened? I want to reach to I want to reach to 480 degree. So how you will write? I want to go in the second quadrant. So second quadrant चा हा किती आहे? Next limit is 540. So I want to go this side. So how you will write this? 480 कसं लिहिणार तुम्ही इथं? 540 minus how much?
60.
60 degree. Yes. So 60 degree plus I sin of 540 minus 60 degree. Okay. So 540 is what? How you will write? It's in the multiple of 180 degree. Yes. So cos of it's a 3 into 180 degree.
3 pi.
It's 3 pi minus of 60 degree plus I sin of 3 into 180 degree minus 60 degree. Yes. Now tell me, in the second quadrant, what about cos? Cos is positive or negative? In the second quadrant, cos is positive or negative? All student take care. Student है यहाँ पे. Student मतलब sign.
Cos negative.
So cos has to be negative. Okay. And what is our standard angle is? Standard angle is 60 degree. See 180 च्या फॉर्म मध्ये आल्यावरती जो काही इथे राहत होते, that is our standard angle. Okay. So cos is negative, so that's why I am writing minus cos of 60 degree. Is it okay? Plus, what about sine? Whether it is positive or negative?
Positive.
It's a positive, so keep this positive as it is. I sine of 60 degree. समझ लगा everyone? Okay. So what is cos 60? 1 by 2. So it's a minus of 1 by 2 plus I, what is sin 60? It is a root 3 by 2. Okay. So what is the answer to this question is cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3 to the power 8, it is equals to minus 1 by 2 plus I root of 3 by 2. This is the answer. Are you getting? Don't worry, this angle conversion you will get. You need some practice, you will get the angle conversion. Okay, so if time permits, today only I will give you a simple trick how to convert these angles. Okay, so this is the final answer for this. Minus 1 by 2 plus I root of 3 by 2. Is it okay, everyone?
हो सर.
Okay, let's take the second question. एक simple trick देतो मी तुम्हाला, so that you will feel this is simple one. Okay, angle convergence directly trick I will give you right now because it requires us. See, always remember this is the important one. All student take care that we have to remember. उसके अलावा आपकी जिंदगी में कुछ भी होने वाला नहीं है. That is the most important part of your trigonometric functions and ratios. Okay, what is the sentences? All students take care. Okay, all the trigonometric functions, sine, tan and cos, first, second, third and fourth quadrant. Now always get, suppose you have sine of n pi plus theta and cos of n pi plus theta. What happens to this? See, whenever you have n pi plus theta, means what? It is going in which quadrant? So let's consider this n as a 1 in this case. Okay, let's consider this n as a 1 in this case. So it becomes sine of pi plus theta, means sine pi plus theta means what? It will be going in the third quadrant. Yes or no? Pi plus theta means it goes in the third quadrant. 180 plus theta, 180 plus theta, so it will go in the third quadrant. So in the third quadrant, sine is positive or negative? T
Negative.
lies in the third quadrant, so it is a negative. So I can directly write this as a minus of sine theta. What about this cos of n pi plus theta? This also lies in the third quadrant. Okay, this also lies in the third quadrant, and in the third quadrant again the cos is also negative. Sine of n pi minus theta, this is equals to what? N pi minus theta means what? You are coming in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, sine is positive or negative? Sine is positive. So what I will write? I will write sine of theta. Cos of n pi plus theta, n pi minus theta. So cos is positive or negative in the second quadrant? It's a negative. So what I will write?
Negative.
I will write it's a minus cos theta still. Are you getting? So this is the only thing you require. Cos n pi plus theta, it's minus sin theta. Cos n pi minus theta, it's a sin theta. Okay? Yes or no? Are you getting?
हो सर.
ह्याच्यामध्ये अजून एक ट्रिक मी तुम्हाला देऊ शकतो, बघा इथे. ठीक आहे, ते आता राहू देते, दॅट विल अगेन कन्फ्यूज यू. ओनली जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस 4 फॉर्म्युलाज. एक तर गोष्ट लक्षात आली की कॉसला काही करा, यू कन्वर्ट द कॉस एनीवेज, इट विल बी गोइंग टू बी नेगेटिव्ह ओनली. सो माइनस कॉस थीटा माइनस कॉस थीटा. कॉस एन पाई प्लस थीटा करें, कॉस एन पाई माइनस थीटा करें, इट रिमेन्स नेगेटिव्ह ओनली. ओके, but sine changes its sign. So sine n pi plus theta gives you minus, sine n pi minus theta gives you plus. Okay, so याच्यापेक्षा सोपं आपल्याला ह्या वेने रिमेंबर करणं. ठीक आहे, whether it is lying in the first quadrant, second quadrant or third quadrant, that will be easy to remember. Okay, so you can remember in any way, but only thing is what? You have to convert given angle into this form, n pi plus theta, n pi minus theta. That will give you the direction in which you have to write. Okay, so let's take the second question. The second part is cos pi by 10, cos of pi by 10 minus I sin of pi by 10 to the power 15. That's great. Okay, so to the power 15 I want to find out. So how you will proceed? Yes, please help me. How you will proceed? This is equals to, yes, anyone? If the power is given to the 15, what we do? We give that power in the multiplication. So which is nothing but cos of 15 pi by 10 minus I sin of 15 pi by 10. Okay, which is equals to cos of 3 pi by 2 minus I sin of 3 pi by 2. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
5 तारीख
sir.
15 5 दोन्ही था. Okay, so what is cos of 3 pi by 2? 3 pi by 2 is nothing but किती 9 त्रिक 27. So cos of, so how we will write in terms of 180 degree? So it's a pi plus pi by 2, that is 180 plus 90. This is nothing but 270 pi by 2. So this is nothing but 270. 270 ला आपलं काय लिहायचं आहे? 180 च्या फॉर्म मध्ये लिहायचं आहे. So it is equals to, so it is 180 plus 90 degree minus I sin of 180 plus 90 degree, which is equals to cos of, so what will get? Cos of 180 plus 9 plus 90 degree काय असतं? It's minus of cos of 90 degree, because see here, just now we have seen that whatever you do with the cos, it will give you the negative sign, minus and minus. What about this sign? Minus sign of, जर पॉझिटिव्ह असेल, if it is positive, it gives us the negative sign. If it is positive, it gives us the negative sign. Okay, so sign of क्या हो गया?
सर
Yes,
हे फक्त 180 मधून मायनस करताना किंवा प्लस करतानाच असेल ना, म्हणजे 360 साठी वेगळं असेल ना.
360 साठी सेम आहे, पण 270 साठी वेगळा होईल. तेच मी सांगतो की आता कन्फ्यूज नका होते तुम्ही. Okay, this time you just remember this box. Okay, as time goes, we will cover another formulas. Okay, so sin of 180 plus 90 degree is equals to minus of sin theta, which is nothing but minus minus plus sin of 90 degree. So cos 90 कितना गया? What is cos 90? 90 cos 90 is 0, so it's a plus, sin 90 is 1, so it is equals to I. So what is your answer is, इसका इतना बड़ा पावर ले लिया भाई तुमने, ये कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर का 15th पावर ले लिया, तो आंसर कितना गया? I. Okay, so खोदा पहाड़ निकला चूहा. Are you getting this?
हो सर.
Good.
हो सर.
Now let's see the next one. The third one. So it's a cos 5 theta plus I sin 5 theta upon cos 4 theta minus I sin 4 theta to the power of, sorry, we have different powers for numerator and denominator. इसका पावर 2 है and इसका पावर है 3. Okay, how you will solve this? Yes, how you solve this?
पॉवरने केलं मल्टिप्लाय करायचं.
Okay, so let's first do the same thing. So cos 10 theta plus I sin 10 theta, it is equals to cos of 4 theta minus I sin of 4 theta. Oh sorry, 4 मतलब कितना गया ये, 12 and minus sin of 12 theta. Okay. Let's try to represent this numerator in the e raised to form में. So it becomes e raised to I tan theta लिहू शकतो का मी?
हो सर.
Okay. But what about this? This is a negative sign. Then how you will write? So this can be written as cos of 12 theta plus I sin of minus 12 theta. Okay. So for that you cannot express in the minus of this. Okay. So what we can do is, see what is our e raised to I theta formula. E raised to I theta is nothing but cos theta plus I sin theta. Yes or no?
हो सर.
I want plus and these two thetas should be same. Okay, this is the form. So this denominator, how you can write? If I want to have here positive sign, what we can do? So this can be written as cos of minus 12 theta plus I sin of minus 12 theta. Why I have done like this? Because I know that sin of minus theta is what? It's a minus sin theta. Sin of minus theta is nothing but minus sin theta. Okay, so if I open this, what I will get? Minus I sin theta. Yes or no? Yes or no? If I open this, what I will get? Sin of minus 12 theta is equals to minus I sin of 12 theta. बरोबर है?
हो
Yes
सर.
sir.
ये हो गया इसका. And let's keep this positive as it is. What is cos of minus theta? What is cos minus theta?
cos
It's
theta.
cos theta only. That's great. So it's cos theta only. So इसका आंसर कितना आ गया? Cos theta only. So cos of 12 theta. बघा हा पार्ट आणि हा पार्ट बघा सेम आहे का? Cos theta minus, so plus into minus becomes minus I sin 12 theta. So I can simply rewrite this part, that is the denominator, in this way. Okay, so let me write down clearly here. So cos of 10 theta plus I sin of 10 theta whole divided by cos of minus 12 theta plus I sin of minus 12 theta. हे का केलं हो मी असं? Why we have done like this? Because I want to express the given complex number in the exponential form. So give me exponential form. Numerator will be what? It's a e raised to I tan theta upon, yes, please tell me what happens to this e raised to I.
Minus 12.
That's great, boss. It's a minus 12 theta. That's very good. Okay, so what happens? We have in the division, so let's take this e raised to minus I 12 theta in the numerator. So I will be getting I tan theta into, मग न्यूमरेटरला घेतल्यावर काय होईल? साइन चेंज होईल. सो नेगेटिव रहेगा तो पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा, पॉजिटिव रहेगा तो नेगेटिव हो जाएगा. यहाँ पे वी हैव नेगेटिव, so let's take in the numerator, so it becomes positive. So it becomes I 12 theta. So if I combine these two, what happens? Base is same and we have the multiplication. मतलब we will be having the addition of power. E raised to I 10 plus 12 becomes 22 theta. Don't you think it's simple? Now see काय झालं? This part is reduced to this part. समजते का? म्हणजे तुम्ही ह्याच्या इक्वल करा किंवा ह्याच्या इक्वल करा, वी विल गेट द फायनल आन्सर. सो ई रेज टू I 22 theta I 22 theta, it is equals to what? Yes, please give me the polar form now. Cos
cos
of
20 cos 22
22
theta
theta plus
plus
I
I
sin
sin
of
22 theta.
झालं. This is what the final answer is. Okay. So this is equals to what we get. It is cos of 22 theta plus I sin of 22 theta. Okay. So this is what the De Moivre's theorem is. So finding the e raised to I 22 theta manually, it becomes very very difficult. That's why this is the application of the De Moivre's theorem. Okay.